our spirit. So out of all of this, I'd like to think about the growth of a baby. It's born into this big world. There are so many things that a baby can learn as it grows and continues to develop outside of the womb. I remember when my sisters were growing up, they were so smart and became very independent when they found out that they could do certain things by themselves. Sometimes we would tell them to clap their hands, or we would tell them to say things that they could pronounce, and they would do it because they were listening to us, they were being obedient. As children get older, there comes a time where they have the choice to obey or disobey their parents. All of us have that same choice when it comes to following Christ's example. We can choose to obey or disobey. We have heard many times that the time to choose is right now, and that's something that it talks about in the quote that I chose, that is that there's no neutral ground. We either choose the right way or we choose the wrong way. And we're either all in or we choose not to follow. And in Joshua 24:13, which is a scripture next to me, it reads, "And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom you will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land you dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord." Whenever I read that, it was really awesome to me. It stood out to me a lot because in the Book of Mormon and in the Bible, we read of different things that the people in Jerusalem went through and the things that the people here in the Americas went through, and we can definitely learn from that, especially whenever it says to choose you this day whom you will serve, and it talks about whether the gods which your fathers served. That was awesome to me. I like to look back at the times that I could have completely given up and said that it was too hard. But I knew that I wouldn't be truly happy, and I would not have been able to progress and be where I am today. I have always been thankful for the way I was raised. My parents have always told me that you have to work hard and to make goals and to try and make yourself to be a better person. I know that there was times that I just wanted to say, oh, I don't want to do this or I don't want to do this, but as I continued to read my scriptures and became more knowledgeable in the things of this gospel, I've been so happy. And I'm here now and I'm going to serve my mission, and it's been such an amazing experience to prepare and to realize that there's people out there that don't know the truth. And I'm so excited to get out there and to be able to share that with them. Along with our earthly parents, we have our heavenly parents who know of our potential, and they want us to be the best that we can be so that we can return to live with them again. In a talk, there's a talk that I found by President Monson, and there's an example in here of a man. I just kind of want to read some of it. And it's called A Modern Example of Obedience. One who had learned well the lesson of obedience, who had found the fountain of truth, was a kind and sincere man of humble means and circumstances. He had joined a church in Europe, and by diligently saving and sacrificing, had immigrated to North America, to a new land, a strange language, different customs, but the same church under the leadership of the same Lord whom he trusted and obeyed. He became the branch president of a little flock of struggling saints in a somewhat unfriendly city. He followed the program of the church. All the members were few and tasks were many. He set an example for his branch membership that was truly Christ-like, and they responded with a love rarely seen. And it goes on to talk about how people were so grateful to be in his presence because of the obedience that he had and the faith that he had. Like, even if it was just an hour, they wanted to be near him. And there's so many examples that I can think of in my life where I've seen people who are very obedient, and they have like this glow about them, and you just want to be around them. And one of the examples that came to my mind is Christ, our brother Jesus Christ. He was so perfect, And I think that it's important for all of us to strive to try and be that example. I'll be a representative of my brother Jesus Christ as I go and serve the people of Montana. I have seen my testimony grow as I have prepared myself to serve my mission. There have been trials that I've hit, but knowing that through obedience and lots of prayer that I will be able to strive to become better and serve with all my heart, might, mind, and strength. In DNC 58:2, it says, "For verily I say unto you, blessed is he that keepeth my commandments, whether in life or death, and he that is faithful in tribulation, the reward of the same is greater than the kingdom of heaven." I really like that because there's times where I'm going through trials, especially before going on my mission, and I thought about the things that I could do to overcome them. And I know that trials do make me stronger, and I've worn my testimony of that several times. And to go on with obedience, as we obey, we were able to gain blessings from our Heavenly Father. These blessings can come as maybe an answered prayer or something that we have been seeking for ourselves. Back to the talk, there's a really great quote by President Monson. And it says, "Such was the burden of our Savior's message when he declared, for all who will have a blessing at my hand shall abide the law which was appointed for that blessing, and the conditions thereof as he instituted from before the foundation of the world." The Master's very actions give credence to his words. He demonstrated genuine love of God by living the perfect life, by honoring the sacred mission that was his. Never was he haughty, never was he puffed up with pride, never was he disloyal. Ever was he humble, ever was he sincere, ever was he true. Though he was tempted by the master of deceit, even the devil, though he was physically weakened from fasting 40 days and 40 nights, and was afterward hungered, yet when the evil one proffered Jesus the most alluring and tempting proposals, he gave to us a divine example of obedience by refusing to deviate from what he knew was right. When he was faced with the agony of Gethsemane, where he endured such pain that his sweat was as it were great drops of blood falling down to the ground, he exemplified the obedient Son by saying, "Father, if thou be willing, remove this cup from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but thine be done." To Peter at Galilee, Jesus said, "Follow me." To Philip came the same instruction, "Follow me." And to the publican Levi, who was sitting at receipt of customs, came the beckoning call, "Follow me." Even to one who came running after him, one who had great possessions, came the words, "Follow me." And to you and to me, that same voice, this same Jesus says, "Follow me." Are we willing to obey? Obedience is a hallmark of prophets, but it should be realized that this source of strength is available to us today. I just wanted to bear my testimony. I'm so very grateful for the opportunity that I have to go and serve my Heavenly Father. I testify that the Book of Mormon is true, and that it's helped me to overcome a lot of things and to learn so much. And it's always great to be able to open it and to read the things that are in it, because so many people went through so much to bring it to us. And I'm grateful for each and every one of you and for the support that you've given me. I love this gospel so much, and I'm grateful for it each and every day. And as Nephi said, I will go and I will do the things which the Lord hath prepared. And I say these things in Jesus Christ's name.